Well, well, well. Theresa May has destroyed Boris Johnson and Sajid Javid by joining the anti-lockdown common sense side.
The early indications of Omicron are that it is more transmissible, but potentially leads to less serious illness than other variants. I understand that would be the normal progress of a virus. Variants will continue to appear year after year.
Yeah, that just happened. Theresa May is back and she's speaking common sense. It's not the first time though. Ever since she's become a backbencher, she has made some good speeches during some good debates in the House of Commons, and she has tried her best to hold this government to account. She was a terrible manager as Prime Minister. Oh, absolutely. She was absolutely horrible in terms of managing the people around her and having some sort of conviction in terms of getting things done, but doesn't mean that she doesn't have values. Politically, I still disagree with her ideology. She's a very much pro-statist and paternalistic conservatism and, the kind of big government sort of nonsense. But I can still respect her that she's doing her role as a backbencher. After she lost her premiership, she didn't run away. She didn't just resign as a member of parliament like previously Tony Blair, David Cameron, many others did. She decided to realise that she's a public servant. She's not going to go anywhere. She's still going to do her job for her constituents. Now, this speech gets even better. In case you haven't seen it, she's now going to hold the government to account.
When is the government going to accept that learning to live with COVID, which we all have to do, means we will almost certainly have an annual vaccine, and that we cannot respond to new variants by stopping and starting sectors of our economy, which leads to businesses going under and jobs being lost?
Yeah, she's spot on anyway. I mean, to be fair, it's not the first time she said things like this, but this time it was so robust and direct because she agreed with the initial idea of an actual 3-week lockdown because, in case when something new comes out, you need to kind of get your kind of act together as government to kind of make sure that it's not a real threat. Now we've dealt with it, we've got more research done, and we discovered, there's a lot of things around it. I can't really say much on this platform, unfortunately, as you guys know, but we know the reality. And she's right that you can't just every single minute, anything that happens, completely shut down the country and the economy because people are dying. And she has listened to her constituents, the ones who email her and say, well, things are not going too well. And there are also other MPs who are trying their best to ask questions from ministers. Another one is Desmond Swayne, who's been pretty cool recently. He decided to directly ask Sajid Javid and the government in general, saying, can you confirm in the House of Commons that this new thing, the new mutation that is being created, is not actually that deadly or bad? And forced the government, after a long answer, actually got the answer that he wanted.
How many of those who have tested positive in the UK are ill?
Secretary of State.
The number of confirmed cases in the UK is 336. They are all by definition infected. They will have been various, some may be asymptomatic.
Yeah, that wasn't the answer, but the answer is coming, by the way. I just had to kind of pause there because why do politicians do this? Seriously, why? Just give a yes or no answer. You know what you're going to say. Why do you have to try to distract us? Now, just before he answered, the camera is going to go on Desmond Swayne's face. You're going to love this reaction.
Symptomatic, others will be feeling ill. None of them, so far, as far as I am aware, have been hospitalised.
That was simple. We could have just said that ages ago. I'm not really sure why you had to take about, 30 seconds to answer that simple question, because it's embarrassing. He's embarrassed. His department is embarrassed that the way they overreacted and the way they told people to do something else, and now they say, oh, well, apparently the scientist who discovered in South Africa was right when she told us do not worry that much. But it's too late now. We overreacted. We told everybody we're all going to die. So stop being embarrassed. Be a politician. Grow up. Just grow up. That's it. We are paying your salaries. Grow up. So this is one thing. I'm going to praise Desmond Swayne. I'm going to praise Theresa May. And I'm not going to praise Sajid Javid. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.